Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, GTR Math Tutorial, and Facebook, RJ Enseñado. So for today's video, we will discuss compound interest. Finding the final amount of a compound interest. So we have 5 problems here. So pause the video and try to answer. Okay, so let's solve this. Before we solve this is the formula that we are going to use. A is equal to P times quantity 1 plus R to the N raised to NT, where A is the final amount, A is the final amount, P is the principal, R is the interest rate, N is the number of times interest applied per time period, and T is the number of time periods elapsed. Okay, so in other books, they use, instead of A, some books use F for final amount. So A or F for final amount. And we have P times, other books use 1 plus I to the N. Where I is equal to J over M. J is the nominal rate. M is the number of conversion. And then N is equal to TM. Okay? So, but in this video, we will use this formula. A is equal to P times quantity 1 plus R over N raised to NT. Okay, so let's start. So number 1, find the amount of 80,000 pesos for 5 years at 9% nominal rate compounded annually. So we are looking for the final amount. Okay? So let's just use the formula. So find the amount. So the formula is A equals P times quantity 1 plus R over N raised to NT. Okay, so what are the given? So find the amount of 80,000 pesos. So that will be the principal. So principal is 80,000 pesos. And then we have for 5 years. So 5 years. So that is our T. So T is 5 years. We have 9% nominal rate. So R is equal to 9%. So let us convert that in decimal. 9% in decimal is 0.09. 9 over 100, and then that is 0.09. And then we have compounded annually. Compounded annually, so that means our N is equal to 1. So there is only one conversion per year. Okay, so annually is 1. Okay, so now let's just substitute all the given. Okay, so I will solve this step by step, and then I will show you how to solve this directly in calculator. Okay, so we have P is 80,000 pesos. So let's just write 80,000 pesos. Just put the peso sign at the end. Okay, and then we have 1 plus our rate is 9%. So we have 0.09 over N is 1 since annually. Okay, so annually 1. Raised to N is 1, and then T is 5 years. So 1 times 5. Okay, so let us just simplify. So we have 80,000 pesos. 1 plus 0.09 over 1, that is simply 0.09. And then add 1, so we have 1.09 raised to 1 times 5, that is equal to 5. And then just solve this, or I will show you 1.09 raised to the 5th power. So we have 80,000 pesos. If we compute this in our calculator, 1.09 raised to the 5th power, that will be, I will not round it off, 1.53, 86, 23,955. And then if we multiply, so we have final answer, the final amount after 5 years is times 80,000. The answer is 123,089 pesos, and round up 2 decimal places and 92 cents. So this will be our final answer. Okay, so how we solve that? Using if you have a programmable calculator, just type this directly, this formula. Okay, so type this directly. A is equal to 8,000. times quantity 1 plus 0.09 over 1 raised to 1 times 5. But if you have an ordinary calculator just like this, we can start with 1.09 to the fifth power. Okay? So 1.09 raised to the fifth power. So this is the exponent, x to the y. Press this, and then to the fifth power, press equal sign. So we will get this 1.538623955. Okay, and then multiply by 80,000. So times 80,000. Then press equal sign. So our answer is 123,089 pesos and 92 cents. So we round off nearest 2 decimal places. So it's 93. Okay. So next number 2. Number 2, accumulate 25,000 pesos at 5 1/4 years at 8.5% compounded monthly. Okay, so this time it is compounded monthly. Okay, so what are the given? Again, we are looking for the final amount here. So the keyword is accumulate. Okay, so therefore, the answer should be greater than 25,000 pesos. So we are looking for the final amount. Okay, so given the principal is 25,000 pesos. And then we have 5 1/4 years. So our time is 5 1/4. 5 1/4 years. Or in decimal, 1/4 is 0.25. So this is 5.25 years. Okay? And then we have 8.5%. So that is our rate. 8.5% in decimal. So just remove the percent symbol and then move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So we have 0.085. And then compounded monthly. So compounded monthly, therefore our N is 12 because there are 12 months in 1 year. So monthly, that means N is equal to 12. Okay? So now let's just substitute all the given to the formula. A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to NT. Okay? So just substitute. We have 25,000 pesos times 1 plus R. So R is 0.085. 0.085 divided by N. Our N is 12. And then NT. So we had N is 12. And then time is 5.25 years. Okay? So simplify. We have 25,000 pesos. So I'll show you step by step. And then I will show you how to solve in ordinary calculator. Okay, so if we divide this 0.085 divided by 12, so the answer is 0.078333 and so on. Okay? 1, 2, 3, or another 0 here. Because it's in scientific notation in this calculator, 7.083, so 1, 2, 3, raised to the negative 3. Okay? And then we have 12 times 5.25. So that is equal to 63. Okay? So next. So I will show you step by step. So we have add this. So we have 1.0070833 and so on. So I forgot the 0 in the middle. So 0.085 divided by 12. Okay, so I forgot the 0 here. Okay, and then we have raised to 63rd power. So we have 25,000 pesos and then raise this 1.0070833 raised to 63. Okay. If we raise that to 63, we will get 1.559986169. Okay? And then finally, multiply this by 25,000 pesos. And then we will get final answer 38,999 and cents. So we can round this off to 39,000 pesos. Okay, so this is the amount after 5 and 1/4 years at 8.5% compounded monthly. Okay, so let's compare from 25,000, it became 38,000. Okay? So the interest is this is the final amount. So the interest is we can just subtract 38,000, subtract 25,000 to 38,000. So that is the compound interest. Okay, so I'll show you how to solve this in using ordinary scientific calculator. So we can start with this 0.085 divided by 12. Okay? So I start with this 0.085 divided by 12. So we have 0.085. Then press divided by, and then we have 12. You can press equal sign, and then we add the 1. Okay? So plus 1. Plus 1. So we have this 1.0070833 and so on. And then we raise that to 63. 12 times 5.25, that is 63. So press this, x to the y, and then 63, and then press equal sign. And then we will get this 1.559986 and so on. And then multiply to 25,000 pesos. So times 25,000 pesos, press equal sign. Okay, we will get 38,999.65. 2 decimal places, so 0.65. Okay, so next number 3. So for the next number, so we have find the compound amount of 100,000 pesos for 20 years at 12% compounded semi-annually. Okay? So again, that we're looking for the amount, compound amount. Okay, so our principal is equal to 100,000 pesos. 20 years, so that will be the time. So time is 20 years. 12%, so that will be the rate. 12%, so the nominal rate 12% in decimal, that is equal to 0.12. And then compounded semi-annually. So semi-annually, that means 2 conversion per year. Okay, so therefore, the N will be 2. Semi-annually, so 2 conversions per year. Every 6 months. Okay, so every 6 months, 1 conversion. So since there are 2 6 months in 1 year, so the value of N is 2. So now, let's just substitute this. To the formula, A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to NT. So substitute. So we have 100,000 pesos, our principal. And then we have 1 plus, our rate is 12%. So we have 0.12 divided by N is 2 raised to NT. So we have N and then T. So we have 2 times 20. Then just simplify this. So we have 100,000 pesos. And then we have 1 plus 0.12 divided by 2, that will be 0.06. Okay, and then 2 times 20, we have 40. Then add this. So we have 100,000 pesos. 1 plus 0.06 is 1.06 raised to 40. Okay, and then next, evaluate this first. 1.06 raised to 40. So 1.06 raised to 40. The answer will be 10.28571794. And then finally, multiply to 100,000. 100,000. So final answer will be 1,028,571.79. Okay? So from 100,000, it became 1 million because our time is 20 years and the interest is 12%. So see the difference, from 100,000, it became 1 million. Okay, so let's solve using a ordinary scientific calculator. So we will begin with 0.12. So this 0.12. So begin with this 0.12 divided by 2. Press equal sign. So we have 0.06 and then plus 1. Okay? Plus 1. We have 1.06 and then we can do this mentally. 2 times 20. So that is 40. So we have here the 1.06 and then raised to 40. So just type x to the y raised to 40 and then press equal sign. And then we have this 10.28571,794. And then multiply to 100,000. So times 100,000. Press equal sign and then round off 2 decimal places. Then we will get 1,028,571 pesos and 79 cents. Okay? So next number 4. Okay, so if money is worth 4.5% converted quarterly, find the compound amount of 70,000 pesos at the end of 3 years and 8 months. Okay, so given if money is worth 4.5%, so 4.5%, that will be the rate. So 4.5%, so let's convert this to decimal. 1/2 means 0.5. So this is 4.5%. And then convert to percent. So just move the decimal point 2 places to the left and then remove the percent symbol. So that is 0.045. Okay? And then we have converted quarterly. Quarterly. So that means the value of n is equal to 4. So every 3 years. So for 1, this is the 1 year. So quarterly. So we have 1, 2, 3. So meron tayo, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 conversions per year. Okay, so that's why the value of n is 4. And then find the compound amount. So we are looking for the value of A, the final amount of 70,000 pesos. Okay, we're looking for A. So 70,000 is the value of the principal. So that is the 70,000 pesos. And then at the end of 3 years and 8 months. So our time is 3 years and 8 months. So we need to convert these 3 years and 8 months. Convert this to decimal or to 3 years and 8 months. So in fraction, 8 months will be 8/12. Okay? And then just divide this. 8/12. So that will be 3 point. So 8 divided by 12, that is 3.66666 and so on. Repeating, 0.66666. Okay? So that is in years. So now, just substitute to the formula. A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to NT. So substitute the given. So we have 70,000 pesos. 1 plus R, the value of R is 0.045. 0.045 over N. So the value of N is 4. And then we have NT. So our N is 4. And then the time is 3.666 years. Maybe we can just use, we can use this fraction. 3 and 8/12. Okay? So we can use 3 and 8/12. Okay? And then we can just multiply this. If we multiply, so I will show you the computation later. So we have 70,000 pesos. And then we have 1 plus 0.045 divided by 4. 0.045 divided by 4. So that is equal to 0.01125. And then if we multiply this, so we can use, we can convert this. Just type this in your calculator, 8 divided by 12. So 8 divided by 12 is we have 0.6666. So plus 3. And then we multiply that by 4. We will get 14.6666 and so on. So maybe we can round up to 4 decimal places and then we have 7. But we will use the exact 14.666666 on your calculator. Okay, so therefore, we will get 70,000 times, just add this. So we have 1.01125 raised to 14.6667. And then, evaluate this first. So we have 70,000 pesos times 1.01125 raised to 1.178307136 and then multiply to 70,000. So we will get the final amount will be 82,481.499. So that will be 0.50. So this will be our final answer. Okay? So now let us I will show you how to compute using the ordinary scientific calculator. Okay? So let's just use this. So I will begin with the 0.045. Always begin with this. So we have 0.045 divided by 4. Okay? Divided by 4. Press equal sign. And then add this, add the 1. So we have plus 1. Press equal sign. Okay? And then we can multiply this. If we want to get the exact answer without rounding off, so we can raise this, press x to the y, and then we can put parentheses. Okay, so that is 1.01125 raised to, let's multiply this. 4 times 3 and then 8 over 12. So 8 over 12, so that is equal to 0.666. So 4 times 3 so let's write, yan. So many 6. Then, okay, so the parenthesis here, press equal sign. Okay, so we get 1.178307136, just like this. Okay, and then after that, let's multiply to 70,000. 70,000, then we will get same answer, 82,481.50. Since next number is 9, so 49 will become 50. Okay, so this is the final answer, 82,481 pesos and 50 cents. Okay? But if you have programmable calculator, you can just type this directly. Okay? Or another solution, we can transform this 3 and 8 over 12 to mixed number or to improper fraction. 12 times 3, that will be, 12 times 3 is 36. 36 plus 8, so we have 44 over 12. So 44 over 12 times 4. Okay, so we can use that 44 over 12 times 4. So we have 1.01125 raised to quantity. We have 44 over 12 times 4. So 4 times 44 divided by 12. Then close parenthesis, press equal sign. Okay? We get same answer, 1.71. And then up to 36, up to this. And then just multiply to 70,000. Okay? So same answer. So we can use a fraction so that it is exact. That's the exact amount without rounding off. Okay? So last number, number 5. On July 1, 2024, Mr. Espiritu put 80,000 pesos in a savings and loan association, paying 8% compounded semi-annually. On January 1, 2024, he withdrew 20,000 pesos from his account. What was the balance on his account on January 2025? So we will solve this twice. First, let's count from July 1, 2024 up to January 1, 2024. So there's a typo in here. The problem should be on this is 2022. Sorry. Because this is not possible on July 1, 2024 and then on January 1, 2024. So sorry for the typo. This is 2022. Okay? So on July 1, 2022, Mr. Espiritu put 80,000 pesos in a savings and loan association paying 8% compounded semi-annually. On January 1, 2024, he withdrew 20,000. Okay? So we need to solve the final amount after final amount on January 1, 2024. Okay? And then we will compute again on January 2025. Okay, so we will apply the compound interest formula twice. First, let us count July 1, 2022 up to January 1, 2024. So we have compounded semi-annually. So count the number of 6 months from July 1 up to January 1, 2024. So let's count the end. So July to December, that is 6 months. July up to December 2022. And then we have, so that is one conversion, July to December. And then January 1 up to December 1, 2023. Since semi-annually, this is 1 year. So we have 2 conversion here. Okay? And then from January 1, okay, so on January 1, 2024, or at the end of December 1, January 1 up to December 1, or this is 1 year, January 1 to December 1. Okay, so let's count. That's exactly 1 year, January 1, 2023 to January 1, 2024. So we have two 6 months in this period. So therefore, our end from July 1, 2022 to January 1, 2024, we have three conversions. Okay? And then our time will be July 1 to January 1, 2024. Our time in this period is 1.5 years. Okay? So we can just subtract this. July 1 up to January 1, 2024. Because July 1, 2022 to January 1, 2023, that is 6 months or 0.5 years. And then just add 1 year. So that's why we have 1.5 years. Okay? And then we have our given principal is 80,000 pesos. So 80,000 pesos. And the rate is equal to 8%. Okay? So rate is 8%. In decimal, that is 0.08. Okay? So let us compute the final amount on January 1, 2024. Okay, so therefore we have A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to NT. So just substitute, we have 80,000 pesos times 1 plus the value of R is 0.08 divided by N. The value of N is 3. And then raised to NT. So N is 3. And then time is 1.5. Okay? So 1.5. So I will just solve this directly using our calculator. Okay? So I start with 0.08. 0.08 divided by the denominator 3. Press equal sign. And then add 1. Plus 1. Okay? So that is the value of 1 plus 0.08 over 3. And then raised to the 3 times 1.5. So we can do this mentally. 3 times 1.5, that is 4.5. So raised to 4.5. Press equal sign. Okay? So that is the value of this. 1 plus 0.08 over 3. raised to 4.5 and then multiply this by 80,000. So multiply by 80,000 and then we will get 90,058 pesos and then 0.05. Okay? So I'll just write it. So 90,000. So the final amount is 90,058.05 on January 1, 2024. So he withdrew 20,000 pesos. From this amount, he withdrew 20,000. So we will subtract 20,000 pesos. So therefore, the remaining money of Mr. Espiritu on January 1, 2024 is only 70,058.05. But the question is, what was the balance on his account on January 2025? So this is on January 1, 2024. So that means we will compound this again for 1 year from January 1, 2024 to January 2025. Okay, so we will reapply this. So our new N will be 2 because that is exactly 1 year and we have semi-annually. So the new N will be 2. The time will be 1 year from January 2024 to 2025. So we have 1 year. Same rate of 0.08. Okay? So reapply that. The new principal will be 70,058 pesos because he withdrew the 20,000 pesos. Okay? So we have A is equal to 70,058 times 1 plus same rate of 0.08. This time, our N will be just 2 because it's only 1 year from January 1, 2024 to January 1, 2025. So over 2 raised to NT, our N is 2 times 1. So 2 times 1. Okay? Then 70,058. I forgot the 0.05 here. So 0.05. So just add this 0.08 divided by 2. So it's easy to do this mentally. So that is 0.04. 0.04. And then add 1. So we have 1.04. 1.04 raised to 2 times 1, we have 2. Okay? So just solve using our scientific calculator and then we will get 1.04 raised to 2 or just simply square. Okay? Raised to 2 equals 1.0816 and then multiply that by the principal, the new principal, 70,058.05, press equal sign, and then this is the money, 75,774.78 or 79 if we round off 2 decimal places. Okay, so final answer is 75,774.79. So that is the balance on his account on January 2025. So his original money is 80,000 pesos. Then balance will be 75. But he withdrew 20,000 pesos. Okay? So that's all. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something on this video. See you on another video on compound interest. Next time we will solve the missing is the time, the rate, or any other quantities in this in the formula. Okay, so bye-bye.